Breaking news, you won't believe what just came out. And this one. Who knew it's about to shake the Bayhive to its core? Jaguar Wright, known for her no-holds-barred exposes, has just dropped bombshell claims about Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and their daughter Blue Ivy, and get this, she's naming names, including a woman she claims is Blue Ivy's real biological mother. That's right. According to Jaguar, Beyoncé never carried Blue Ivy and the real surrogate. She's allegedly been paid off, silenced, and erased from public records. But now, she's had enough. We've got leaked images, never-before-seen footage, and insider receipts from people who claim they've worked inside the Carter camp. Fans are spiraling. Twitter is in shambles. The Bayhive is fighting amongst itself. And the question on everyone's lips: did Beyoncé fake her pregnancy? Stay tuned, because the truth is messier than anyone imagined. And oh honey, this is just the beginning. So let's get into it, because what you're about to hear is gonna flip everything you thought you knew about Beyoncé, Blue Ivy, and the Carter legacy upside down. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock, you know Jaguar Wright, the outspoken, no-filter industry whistleblower who's been dropping bombs on everyone from Diddy to Clive Davis, has turned her sights on the Queen Bey herself. And baby, she did not come to play. In a lift that's since been scrubbed from the internet, but don't worry, we got screen recordings. Jaguar made a claim that shook the hive to its very core. She said, and I quote, Blue Ivy is not Beyoncé's biological child. The woman who carried her was silenced, paid off, and y'all ain't ready for the truth. Now, that alone would have been enough to shut the internet down. But oh no, Jaguar wasn't done. She hinted that she had paperwork, witnesses, and emails from someone inside the Knowles Carter circle. Immediately, the chat exploded. Fans were like, what? She's just clout chasing. Wait, this low-key makes sense. And just like that, the number Blue Ivy's started trending on Twitter. By midnight, it had over 2.7 million impressions, and folks were digging up everything: old photos, interviews, weird body language, you name it. Now let's rewind for a second. Remember back in 2011 when Beyoncé revealed her pregnancy on the VMAs? That iconic moment where she dropped the mic, unbuttoned her blazer, and rubbed her baby bump. Yeah, legendary. But people started digging into that footage with fresh eyes. One TikTok creator at QueenOfRecipes posted a slowed-down version of the clip, pointing out how the bump folded slightly when she sat down later that night during an interview with an Australian talk show. That video hit 5.6 million views in 24 hours. Comments were wild. Wait, is this why Beyoncé was so private during that pregnancy? I always thought something was off. Jaguar might be onto something. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. A user claiming to be a former intern at a top PR agency posted an anonymous storytime on Reddit titled, "We helped bury the Beyoncé surrogate story." The post was taken down within an hour, but screenshots live forever. In it, the alleged intern claimed that in early 2012, they were instructed to monitor and flag every online post that used keywords like Beyoncé, fake pregnancy, surrogate, or Blue Ivy not hers. The kicker: the directive allegedly came from Parkwood Entertainment directly, and just when fans were recovering from that tea, BLM leaked images surfaced. These are still unverified, but they appear to show a convo between Jaguar Wright and someone labeled SC in the messages. SC says, "I warned you not to bring her into this." "She's protected," Jaguar replies. "Then why are y'all so scared of the truth?" Now, obviously, the initials got people talking. Is it Sean Carter? Sasha Carter? A code name? Theories ran wild. But it was the next drop that sent social media into full meltdown mode. A user named @TruthUnfiltered posted what they claimed were photos of the real surrogate, a woman identified only as EM, allegedly a backup dancer from the 2009 IM tour. The post included side-by-side pics of Blue Ivy and this woman, and y'all, the resemblance was uncanny. Same almond-shaped eyes, same dimple placement, even a similar brow arch. The internet went from Jaguar is crazy to hold up. This is looking kinda real. Within 48 hours, Em deleted all her socials, vanished, gone, her LinkedIn profile, gone, Instagram, gone. One fan account claimed they tried to DM her before the wipe and got a weird auto response that said, "This account has been archived due to privacy concerns." What does that even mean? Then a voicemail was leaked. Yes, we got audio. It's allegedly a message from someone close to Beyoncé's glam squad. In the clip, a woman said she wore a prosthetic belly. It was high-end. No one was allowed to touch it, not even Tina. She had doubles, decoys. Every public appearance was timed to the minute. The voice is muffled, but fans are convinced it's someone named Latrell, who's been in Beyoncé's glam circle for years. We haven't been able to confirm the voice yet, but let's just say the hive is divided. Some are in full denial, defending Beyoncé with every fiber of their being. Others, they're digging deep. Twitter threads are breaking down every outfit, every public appearance, every red carpet moment from that pregnancy era. But now let's talk about the alleged reason for the surrogate. According to Jaguar, Beyoncé had complications from a prior procedure, and doctors advised against a natural pregnancy. She claims the couple wanted to keep up appearances, especially with the media pressure around them and rumors swirling at the time that their marriage was on the rocks. Now, does that line up with anything we've heard before? Actually, yeah. Remember when Beyoncé opened up to Vogue about her miscarriages? She said, "I have experienced pain and loss in my life, and I have gone through the process of healing." At the time, it was seen as a moment of vulnerability. But now, it's being reinterpreted. Jaguar dropped another bomb in that same livestream. She claims Tina Knowles was against the surrogate plan from day one. Allegedly, Tina felt it would damage the family legacy and pushed for Beyoncé to own her truth. Jaguar says there were heated arguments, and at one point, Tina even threatened to go public. That's when, according to her, Jay-Z stepped in and handled it. Now, of course, this is all alleged. But fans found an old interview clip from 2013 where Tina is asked about being a grandmother. Her answer, "You know, it's complicated, but I'm grateful." What does that mean? Even Matthew Knowles, who's been mostly silent in recent years, posted a cryptic tweet 2 days after Jaguar's live. He wrote, "Sometimes truth takes years to surface. Other times, it never does. #legacy. Then he deleted it. Too late, though, screenshots were everywhere. And right when you think it couldn't get messier. Another twist. A supposed cousin of Em, the alleged surrogate, came forward anonymously to a podcast called Industry Uncut. In the interview, they claimed the woman was paid $3.2 million for a full NDA, relocation to Europe, and permanent silence. They said she loved that child. She wanted to be part of her life, but they erased her. Fans were devastated. One tweet read, "If this is true, Blue Ivy might grow up never knowing the woman who brought her into this world." That's heartbreaking. Others weren't buying it. They accused Jaguar of exploiting a child's story for views. One YouTube comment said, "This ain't tea. This is trauma being used for clout. Leave that baby alone." But Jaguar fired back. In a follow-up Instagram post, she wrote, "This ain't about clout. This is about control. Y'all worship celebrities like gods. I'm here to remind you they bleed just like us. And they lie." And just when the dust started to settle, an old clip of Beyoncé on Oprah resurfaced. Oprah asks, "What's the most misunderstood thing about you?" And Beyoncé responds, almost too quickly, that "I'm not authentic." Now fans are asking, was that a hint? A cry for help? Or just irony? And just when people thought this story had reached its peak, a mysterious email leak came out that flipped the internet upside down again. An anonymous Gmail account started sending messages to popular YouTubers, gossip blogs, and even some fan pages. The subject line, "Urgent, Blue Ivy surrogate." NDA and hospital documents attached, and inside were what appeared to be redacted medical files showing the name Em listed as a maternal patient at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in early January 2012. Just days before Blue Ivy's official birth date, the files looked almost too real. hospital logos, timestamps, even physician initials. Most blogs refuse to post the full docs due to legal risk, but one underground Twitter account leaked everything, and it went viral within minutes. The thread had over 90,000 retweets in 3 hours. Screenshots of the documents showed that the patient was listed as under confidentiality lock, a rare status usually reserved for list celebrities, high-profile witnesses, or someone under legal protection. And that's when people started putting two and two together. One thread broke it down like this. Beyoncé gives birth to Blue Ivy on January 7, 2012. Im is recorded as being discharged from the exact same hospital on January 9, 2012, under lock status. No listed OBGYN. Paid in cash. No insurance provider. Another tweet said, they went through so much to cover this. Why go to these lengths if there's nothing to hide? By this point, fans were split straight down the middle. Half of them were screaming leave Beyoncé alone and calling this a toxic witch hunt. The other half, they were digging even deeper. Fan pages started pulling up every public photo of Beyoncé from 2011 to early 2012, and baby, the bump analysis threads went into forensic territory. We're talking angle comparisons, wardrobe breakdowns, even slow gifs showing Beyoncé grabbing the bump wrong. But what had people gagged wasn't just the pregnancy speculation, it was how silent the Carter camp was staying. No statements, no denials. Not even a this is false, just radio silence. And for a couple known for their meticulous image control. That was strange. Then came another bomb. Jaguar Wright, never one to hold back, posted a new live where she claimed she had spoken directly to Im herself. She said the woman was traumatized, living overseas, and watching her child grow up through a screen. According to Jaguar, Im had tried to reach out privately multiple times over the years, and each time, she was allegedly blocked by legal teams and threatened with financial ruin. Jaguar went on to say, she wrote letters. She sent birthday cards. They never reached Blue. She ain't tryna get money. She just wants her daughter to know the truth. And let's just say, the internet lost it. Within 30 minutes of that live, the hashtag #LetBlueKnow started trending globally. Fan edits started popping up everywhere, side-by-sides of Im and Blue Ivy, emotional TikToks with sad music, captions like, she carried her for 9 months. And now she watches her grow up from the shadows. One fan wrote, if this is even 20% true, Beyoncé owes that woman more than silence. This is heartbreaking. But right as the public sympathy started swinging toward the alleged surrogate, a new player entered the chat, Erica, a former friend of Im, who suddenly went on a TikTok rampage claiming everything Jaguar was saying was a lie. But for the wrong reasons, Erica said. Im was the surrogate. That part's true. But what y'all don't know is she agreed to it. Willingly, she signed up for this. Jaguar is making it sound like she's some victim. She's not. She knew what she was doing. She just got emotional after seeing Blue grow up. And that opened up a whole new level of drama. Because if what Erica said was true, then this isn't just about Beyoncé lying. It's about a deal gone bad. And a woman being erased from a story she willingly joined. Fans started calling it the surrogate scandal, with think pieces being written about ethics, motherhood, and the commodification of pregnancy in Hollywood. One Medium article titled Blue Ivy, Beyoncé, and the Business of Silence went viral, arguing that this is less about parenting and more about power. But we haven't even gotten to Jay-Z yet. Because while all this was unfolding, a source close to our OC Nation dropped a subtle but chilling statement to a blind item blog. Jay will do anything to protect that legacy. Anything. You don't know the lengths they've gone to. Now let's pause right there. If that's not a threat, I don't know what is. The same blog hinted that there were sealed legal cases involving hush money paid not just to Im, but to a midwife, a hospital staff member, and an assistant who disappeared mid-2012. And speaking of disappearing, someone dug up an old Tumblr post from 2013, barely noticed at the time, from a woman who claimed her cousin had been a maternity nurse at Cedars-Sinai during Beyoncé's due date. The post read, "They told us the floor was being cleared for Beyoncé, but she never came in. Another woman did. We weren't allowed to ask questions. Fast forward to today. That post is now being called the original breadcrumb, but it gets even messier. Erica, remember her, went live with Mendices from Love and Hip Hop, claiming he had been approached by a mutual friend years ago asking for help covering up a situation involving a famous R&B couple and a surrogate. Mendices says he didn't want to get involved, but knew who it was about. He said, "All I'ma say is, I seen the paperwork. That girl ain't lying." But people got paid to forget. At this point, the drama was everywhere. Morning talk shows like The Breakfast Club started mentioning it, though carefully, and late-night hosts were dropping not-so-subtle jokes. Even Wendy Williams' old YouTube channel was revived by fans using deepfakes to imagine how she would have covered the story. Beyoncé, lying, say it ain't Sue. But just as things seemed to hit a boiling point, Beyoncé's team made their move. Parkwood issued a statement through Variety, short and cold. "We do not comment on baseless conspiracy theories involving our family. No name. No direct denial. No mention of Jaguar EM or anything specific. Just cold PR deflection." And that made people angrier. Because if it wasn't true, why not shut it down clearly? Why not sue? Why not drop your receipts? And then, Twitter account @KnowlesUncut posted a 4-second muted clip they claimed was from a 2012 baby shower Beyoncé never attended. In it, Tina Knowles is seen holding a card that reads, "To EM, with gratitude for this gift of life." The clip cuts off before anything else shows. But baby, that was enough. The tweet said, "This was never for Beyoncé. This was for the surrogate. And we're gonna leave it right there for now. Because what comes next makes this whole thing look like child's play. So now the internet is in full-on meltdown mode. We've got conspiracy theorists, fan sleuths, and former insiders all throwing gasoline on this already out-of-control fire. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared fans for what came next. The alleged destroyed DNA test. That's right. An anonymous whistleblower who goes by the name The Archivist on Twitter dropped what they claimed was a heavily redacted legal document referring to a paternity test, but not between Jay-Z and Blue Ivy. Oh no, this was between Blue Ivy and EM, the alleged surrogate. The doc was dated late 2013, over a year after Blue's birth. The kicker, the results were supposedly positive for a biological match, but here's where it gets really suspicious. The test was marked non-admissible and stamped with a red notice that said, "Sealed by private agreement. Not for public or legal use. Test subject under non-disclosure." And then, boom, just as fast as it dropped, the tweet vanished, deleted, account gone. Fans scrambled to screenshot it, and luckily, someone did. The screenshots were reposted with side-by-side timelines comparing Beyoncé's public appearances during that period, noting that she suddenly canceled several events around the same week the test was allegedly conducted. But we're not done yet. Another Reddit leak came from someone claiming to have worked at the lab in question, a private genetic clinic in Los Angeles known for working with celebrity clients. The user said, "There was a high-profile case that came in under code name Project S. Female child, age 1, mother unknown. There was panic when results came in and an immediate gag order. And that's not even the wildest part. Right around this time, another twist dropped that had fans rethinking everything. A resurfaced clip from a 2014 Grammy interview showed Solange, Beyoncé's sister, being asked about being an aunt. The reporter joked, "Blue looks just like you." And Solange awkwardly laughed and said, "Kids inherit things from unexpected places." That one sentence. It triggered a storm. Fan accounts began speculating. Was she being shady? Did she know? Was that her way of throwing subtle shade without outright breaking the Carter Code of Silence? Meanwhile, Erica, the former friend of the alleged surrogate, went live again. This time, she wasn't alone. She brought on an anonymous voice, distorted and pixelated. who claimed to be an assistant that worked at the Carters' home during Blue's first year of life. The anonymous voice said, "There was never any postpartum period. No nursing. No bottles. The baby came in with a full-time nanny from day one. Beyoncé treated her like her child, yes, but she didn't birth her. I know because I was there, fans were shook. YouTube reactors started pumping out content by the hour. Titles like, Beyoncé's lie is bigger than we thought. Did we just expose a billion-dollar baby cover-up? Blue Ivy's real mom steps forward. Even Twitter Spaces were going live around the clock, with thousands of listeners debating ethics, surrogacy, truth, and fame. One viral clip from a space had a fan yell, "We don't care if she used a surrogate. We care that she lived for a decade while making us believe she was some divine fertility goddess." And y'all, the backlash wasn't just from the fans. A list insiders started making cryptic comments. Rihanna, yes Rihanna, posted a cryptic tweet with just a single emoji. No caption, no context. But the timing was everything. Fans instantly connected it to the drama, especially since Rhea and Bey have always had that unspoken rivalry energy. But then came what might be the most chilling detail. Yet a former Destiny's Child backup stylist who stayed anonymous for safety came forward via DM. Screenshots to a Gospel of Messy Tea on Instagram. In the messages, they claimed the belly bump was stored in a separate climate-controlled case. Security guarded it. It wasn't just for show. It was strategy. They rehearsed the bump walk. It was a full-on performance. At this point, we're talking orchestrated illusion, smoke and mirrors, a staged pregnancy from start to finish. Fans were now calling it the fertility tour, and the alleged surrogate reduced to a footnote. But guess who wasn't staying silent any longer? Jaguar Wright came back. This time she dropped an audio clip allegedly sent to her from a cousin of EM. In the voice note, a woman cries while saying she watches the documentaries. She sees Blue Ivy thanking Beyoncé, and it kills her. That's her baby. That's her daughter. And she can't say a word. This broke people's hearts. Suddenly, the scandal wasn't just tea. It was pain. Real, raw pain. YouTube comments under the clip were flooded with messages like, "I can't believe Beyoncé would do this to another woman. This isn't about fame anymore. This is about humanity. This is worse than we thought." But here's where it gets cinematic. An old bodyguard of Jay-Z, yes, Jay-Z's former security detail, broke a 10-year NDA by posting a cryptic TikTok with the caption, "What's done in the dark always comes to light," especially when it involves a child. The comments went wild. One user wrote, "He was there the night Blue was born. He knows," and the story kept getting deeper. Screenshots emerged of a private burner Instagram account that allegedly belongs to EM the bio. One line, "Truth buried doesn't mean truth forgotten." And you already KNOW. The fans found the follow list, and guess who was there? Erica, Solange's hairstylist, a Parkwood intern, even Tina Knowles' cousin. Now let's talk about Tina for a moment. She finally addressed the rumors. In a comment under a completely unrelated cooking video, someone asked, "Did Beyoncé really lie about being pregnant?" Tina replied with a single word, "Ridiculous." But fans weren't buying it. They flooded her page with comments like, "So no receipts? Just one word. If it's ridiculous, then sue. Otherwise, we believe Jaguar." And then, in the most bizarre plot twist yet, someone leaked a copy of a scrap Netflix documentary pitch from 2013, The Project, titled The Blueprint, Becoming Carter. ALLEGEDLY had a full episode centered on the quiet strength of surrogacy in celebrity culture. The treatment page described a scene of gratitude involving an anonymous woman who gifted life and then vanished. The episode, never produced, canceled. Scrub it. And that, my friends, leads us to the cliffhanger that's got everyone screaming. A blog known for breaking celebrity exclusives posted a teaser that's got the internet trembling. They claim that this Sunday, they'll release a never-before-seen video from inside Cedars-Sinai Hospital, footage taken by a nurse who says she was fired for knowing too much. In her words, "The woman who walked in to deliver Blue Ivy wasn't Beyoncé. I have the proof. Whether it's real, fake, or I generated, we don't know yet. But if that video drops, everything changes. Everything. So now the stage is set." The internet is waiting, shaking, buzzing, and all eyes are on that alleged Cedars-Sinai nurse video. Sunday rolls around and boom, the clip drops on an underground Telegram channel with the caption, "Here is what Beyoncé's legal team didn't want you to see." The video, grainy but clear enough, shows a woman being wheeled into a private delivery room, flanked by two security guards and a nurse who quietly says, "That's the one." The surrogate. There's no direct shot of Beyoncé, no Jay-Z. But the woman's face, heavily pixelated, bears a striking resemblance to the same EM fans had been speculating about for weeks. The delivery room clock shows the date, January 7, 2012. Same day Blue Ivy was born, and just like that, social media breaks. Within minutes, hashtag Beyoncé exposed is trending #1 worldwide. Major gossip blogs pick it up cautiously. News outlets begin running headlines like, "New video renews surrogate rumors surrounding Beyoncé's first child." Jaguar Wright's claims gain credibility after alleged hospital footage drops was Blue Ivy born via surrogate. Internet demands answers, but Parkwood Entertainment is not staying silent anymore, just hours after the video begins circulating. Beyoncé's legal team slaps the leaker with a cease and desist, claiming the footage is doctored, defamatory, and a violation of medical privacy laws. But fans aren't backing down this time. One user tweets, "Funny how they always fight the leaks, but never address the claims. The Carter machine begins spinning hard." Jay-Z posts a rare tweet about family being the most sacred thing in life and calls out parasites. Profiting off lies, Beyoncé posts a carousel of throwback family photos, ending with a solo shot of Blue Ivy with the caption, "She is mine. I carried her. I bled for her. I birthed her." But the internet isn't buying it. Comment sections are filled with side-eye emojis, screenshots, and one-liners like, "So where's the birth footage then? Why not show us your pregnancy journey if you were so proud? You posted your Coachella rehearsal doc, but no baby bump doc." And then, the twist nobody saw coming, the alleged surrogate, speaks a letter. Handwritten and signed, is sent to 3 major media outlets, Essence, The Root, and TMZ. Only TMZ publishes it in full. And it reads, "For over a decade, I've remained silent, bound by contract, fear, and respect. But I can no longer stand by as my story becomes a circus. I carried a life, a beautiful, sacred life, a life I was asked to deliver and then disappear from. I was promised privacy, not erasure. I was promised dignity, not shame. I don't seek fame. I don't want money. I just want the truth known for her." For Blue, she stopped short of naming Beyoncé or confirming a direct arrangement. But the subtext is loud, and the fans hear it. The statement sparks global headlines. TikTok is ablaze. People begin filming surrogate solidarity videos. Some say Beyoncé is a victim of toxic PR expectations. Others accuse her of fraud, deception, and building an empire on a lie. One viral YouTube video titled, "The Illusion of Beyoncé, a 20-year marketing strategy," lays out a full documentary-style breakdown of how Beyoncé's public image has been manufactured from day one, from the Destiny's Child rebrand to the Lemonade rollout, to the allegedly fake baby bump saga. But wait, the story still isn't over. A leaked court filing from a case titled Carter v. and known defendant shows that multiple people had been subpoenaed in a hush order proceeding. Among them, Erica, the former assistant, and a nurse who, reportedly, had already moved out of the country. The filings mention potential defamation, violation of NDA, and release of falsified media assets. But guess what? That court document also includes a damning line buried deep in the appendix. this matter involves high-profile individuals, a previously sealed private birth agreement, and an individual who has expressed interest in contacting the child. Fans zoomed in immediately. Contacting the child? Did EM try to reach out to Blue Ivy directly? According to a new leak from a close friend of the Knowles family, allegedly someone Tina confided in, EM wrote a private letter to Blue Ivy on her 10th birthday. The friend claims Tina was devastated when she found out and begged Beyoncé to at least read it herself before discarding it. Allegedly, the letter never reached Blue. Beyoncé's camp denied its existence, and now fans are asking the million-dollar question: what if Blue Ivy finds all this herself one day? Twitter is flooded with posts like, "She's on the internet. She's not a baby anymore. She sees this. How do you hide the truth in 2025 when everything is receipts and screenshots? Does Blue deserve to know the truth, no matter what it is?" As the scandal reaches critical mass, even celebrities begin chiming in. Cardi B tweets, "Y'all better leave Beyoncé alone before y'all get hit with that ROC Nation silence squad," and then deletes it 2 minutes later. Oprah, yes. The Oprah is reportedly in talks to do a one-on-one sit-down with Jaguar Wright. The episode is rumored to be pitched as a celebrity industry transparency special. If it happens, this could be the nail in the narrative's coffin. But before that can drop, Beyoncé's team allegedly makes a power move. They buy exclusive rights to a major entertainment podcast to retell her motherhood journey in her own words, scheduled for release during the Grammy weekend. So now the fans are like, we're about to witness 2 documentaries, one from EM and one from Beyoncé. Who do we believe? Everything, and I mean everything, is riding on what comes next. This isn't just about a surrogate anymore. This is about legacy, image, truth, power, and one of the most iconic pop stars of our generation facing the biggest PR crisis of her career. And here's the cruel twist of fame. When you control your image too tightly for too long, the moment it cracks even a little, people start to believe everything was a lie. So now we sit and wait, because someone, somewhere, is about to break the silence for real. And if they do, the Beyhive may never be the same again. Who you? What a ride! We've gone from a single live stream rant to alleged NDAs, scrubbed hospital records, body doubles, deleted footage, and now the surrogate's handwritten letter and a possible Oprah sit-down. This story isn't just gossip anymore. It's legacy-shattering. Beyoncé acute, the untouchable icon, the queen of reinvention, the mother of the Carter dynasty, is now at the center of a scandal that could redefine how we look at everything she's built. Was Blue Ivy the result of a private decision that spiraled into a public lie? Or is this a massive internet fever dream fueled by clout chasers and opportunists? And what about EM? If she truly carried Blue Ivy, does she deserve recognition? Or did she sign her truth away in exchange for silence and security? Let's be real, this isn't just about Beyoncé. This is about how far celebrities will go to protect their image, and how far we, the fans, will go to believe in it. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Jaguar Wright's claims? Is Beyoncé guilty of lying, or just playing the fame game better than anyone else? Should Blue Ivy know the truth, if there is one? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because baby, the internet is already choosing sides, and we need to hear yours. And don't forget, this story is far from over. Like, share, subscribe, because the next bombshell could be the one that blows the whole Carter empire wide open. We'll be watching. Empire wide open. We'll be watching.